It is now time for our viewer poll review. Earlier this week, we asked you, have you seen a decrease in your property tax bill? 19% voted yes, and the remaining 81% stand at no. We also asked you, do you own any Apple products? 80% said yes, and the remaining 20% voted no. Thank you for taking part in our viewer polls. We are now joined by the Texas Zoo. We got some pretty exciting stuff planned out, so walk me through it. What do we got? Then we have a new 15-acre Current Parks headquarters plan here.
Well, at this point in time, first off, thank you for having me on the show again. Always a pleasure. This is our new master plan. For the past 6 months, we've been working with Felis Consulting. They specialize in zoo design and master planning. Stacy Ludlam's their chief designer principal, and I've been working actively with her in this process along with our board of directors and our staff. The premise being is the current location for the zoo is really not tenable due to the flood problem, as everybody in Victoria is quite well aware of. And so realizing that we wanted to grow, we wanted to move, we wanted to think larger and much more advanced in terms of design, so we engaged the services of Felis, and they came in, and this is actually the finished product that was just presented a couple of weeks ago at Wild About Wine, our big fundraiser for the year, which was actually an amazing success. The master plan is divided into 3 biomes, effectively North America, then Asia, and then South America. Species are representative of basically animals that have a very high conservation index. By that I mean, are they critically endangered, threatened? Are they part of survival plans? And that's something that we really want to head in that direction. We also want to expand our education programs. In the end, this will probably be built in multiple phases, although that's still under examination and review at this time, but most zoos do it in phases. Having said that, we're convinced that by the time we're finished in a number of years, we'll have the most advanced small zoo in the country.
Okay, big goals for the Texas Zoo here. And so before we go, I'm going to put this down so this doesn't flop on us mid-interview, but we do have some other details here that I would like to go over. So we have our black bear habitat with red wolf. So is this a combination of them both, or what's going on here?
This is actually not a combination. This is what's called a split exhibit design. And so you'll have a fade through where the mesh actually falls out of the visual spectrum. It appears that they're in the same exhibit, but they're not. The water features are shared, other dynamics, filtration, husbandry separate. However, the advantage here is that we would actually see black bears in red wolf habitat in their current range at the moment. Red wolves are critically endangered. There are less than 300 alive on the planet. We're fortunate to have 2 here at the zoo now, and we're involved in that program. This exhibit will demonstrate just a shared ecosystem dynamic like it would in the wild.
Got it. Okay. And then we do have 2 more, so let's run through these bad boys real fast. What about this one right here? This is the Amazon walkthrough.
It is. This is in our South America biome with jaguars in the background and the aviary in the foreground with a shared fence line in terms of dynamics. Once again, this has a high immersion appeal for the visitor, which is one of the key points we're trying to do in this overall design, is make sure the person actually feels like they're in that part of the world.
Got it. So it's very engaging with our zoocomers, right?
Very much so, yes.
Yeah. And then finally, we have the clouded leopard habitat.
Yes, this is very similar to the Kukui Zoo in Thailand or Point Defiance up in the northwest. They have a very similar dynamic, although I think this design is much more advanced. Clouded leopards are critically endangered, and they do a lot of training with them. Very unusual cats. Very different behavior patterns in terms of cat behavior.
So they they're the sore thumbs of the animal cat world?
No, they're just kind of mystic, if you will, in terms of their behavior. They're hard to read.
All right. Well, William, thank you so much for being with us today. I appreciate your time.
My pleasure, and I hope that everybody will come out and see us at Brew at the Zoo this month in May coming up. And information on that is, of course, on our website, texaszoo.org.
All right. And for everyone at home watching, if you have a story idea, email me at kgarcia@victoriatelevision.com. And don't forget, you can also catch us on YouTube. Until next time.